let's be real, the tech side of Facebook and Instagram ads can feel like you're trying to assemble some IKEA furniture and maybe you don't have the instructions, especially the pixel installation. It's a real common stumbling block for many coaches and course creators. And in fact, a lot of people will decide they just don't want to run ads because they don't want to deal with the technical side. Hang tight with me because I'm about to show you how you can use Facebook and Instagram lead form ads to grow your email list and transform your marketing efforts without ever having to copy and paste a single line of code. I'm Genevieve Rachal, a Facebook and Instagram ads coach who's been helping coaches and course creators for over 8 years to create marketing strategies that provide them with more time freedom, greater work-life balance, and increased income possibilities. And today I'm going to show you the absolute easiest way to grow your email list, even if thinking about the tech part makes you want to throw your MacBook. So what exactly are instant forms? Well, instant forms, or interchangeably, I call them lead forms because you know how Meta likes to start out with a name for something and then change it later on. But what they are they're digital forms on the Meta platform, and they're used to collect information from your potential customers or clients. Now, in the coaching and course creation space, we typically refer to these as leads because they have the potential to turn into a paying client. If you have used Facebook and Instagram, you're scrolling through your feed, you've likely seen some of these in action where you're scrolling along and if you click the Learn More button, just an instant form on the platform pops up and you're able to put in your information. So these lead forms work when a user clicks on your ad that has the lead form that you've set up, and this form pops up and it usually has some type of pre-filled information with their social media profile, like their name, their email address, maybe it has their phone number. So this is a streamlined process that makes it super easy and convenient for people to sign up for more information. So maybe a freebie or a webinar or whatever your call to action might be. It doesn't have the hassle of them having to navigate to a separate landing page, so they never actually have to leave the platform. This is an ideal experience for both the user and Meta because they're just scrolling along, the form pops up, they put in their information, usually don't even have to type in anything because Meta will pre-fill it with their information and plug it in. And then they just kind of keep on scrolling, keep going, doing whatever they were doing. Meta gives some precedence to these type of ads because they're not sending someone to somewhere else where they can get distracted, forget that they're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and not come back to the platform. Now, these lead form ads have been around for several years and they've really been a game changer for a lot of coaches and course creators. One of the reasons is because they have a really high conversion potential. The ease of use and the pre-filled information, it just reduces friction, right? There's no, someone having to go to a landing page. So it leads usually to a higher conversion rate compared to the traditional methods where we would send someone to our funnel that was on our website or, on our funnel software, and then they would have to fill out a form, see a thank you page, and then go on about their day. Another major benefit really is the elimination of needing to deal with all that tech setup. Like we talked about the pixel installation on your website, having to install your events to make sure everything is running properly. This is really advantageous for, entrepreneurs who maybe are scared of that technical part of setting up ads. So this really eliminates having to have any type of technical expertise, or really even having to hire someone to come in and install your pixel, or having to watch long YouTube videos to figure out how to do it and be confident in the fact that you have it set up properly. It's also customizable for various goals. We use it a lot to grow email lists or, usually to get just people onto our email list to grow it for a launch or something like that. But you can also have people sign up for consultations, promote your events. Lead forms can really be customized with a bunch of different fields that are going to suit your specific needs. So you don't have to worry about, if I'm going to just do, a general email list growth ad, I can use this. You can actually use it for a lot of different things. The other thing is it's really great at collecting the data. Now, whenever we send people off the platform to our own website or own funnel software, we have that pixel installed, we have our conversion IPA installed, and what that does is it sends data back to Meta, and that's how we track our leads, that's how we know the different actions that people take. But whenever you don't leave the platform, that data is going to be a lot better because Meta knows exactly how many people signed up because it's right there on the platform. So you don't have as much data discrepancies, and that will allow you to collect your data and look at it and know that it's correct. It's just a little bit easier to know, what's right, not having to go look at a bunch of different places. Another reason that these ads are one of the top performers is because they're already mobile optimized. So keep in mind that most of the people who are going to see your ad, most of the people scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, about 97% or more even, are on their mobile device. So what happens whenever someone goes to your landing page that's maybe not optimized for mobile is they're not going to have the best user experience. So these lead form ads are already optimized for that type of display. So that's most of the traffic really that's going to come from your ads is going to actually be mobile. So we want to make sure that things are optimized so we don't have to worry about making sure all of that part is correct either. Now let's head over to Meta. I'm going to go into Ad Manager. I'm going to show you how simple it is to set one of these babies up. If you want to set one up along with me, you're just going to need your ad image, you're going to need your copy, and you're going to want to know what you're going to put like on your thank you note. Okay, so our first step is we're going to create a new campaign. So we're going to hit create. And we're going to head down to leads because we are going to use a lead generation campaign. And I hit continue. Now I like to do manual leads campaign setup. This just gives me a little bit extra control as I'm setting things up here. And we'll hit next. For your campaign name, I like to name this the name of my lead magnet. And then we're going to leave everything just as it is here on this page and hit next. For our ad set, this is what I usually use this area to segment my audiences. So you could use your audience name. So whoever you're going to put as your audience, maybe that is photographers. You can just name photographers audience. Or again, most of the time naming conventions are going to be whatever makes the most sense to your brain. So I suggest that you find a naming convention where if you look in the back end of Ad Manager, you know what you're looking at. That's really going to be the key to you being to understand your ads and know what's what. On our conversion location, we want to select instant forms. And then on our Facebook page, we just want to make sure that we have our own Facebook page selected. Now we're going to scroll on down. Again, make sure your Facebook page is showing up here. And we're going to set our budget. Now for lead form ads, you could actually do $5 a day on these. I'm going to put in $10 and $10 or $20 would be great. But if you only had $5 a day to spend, you could start there. It's just going to take you a little bit longer because keep in mind, if you're paying, $2 a day for a lead, that means you're only going to get 2.5 people onto your email list every single day. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to actually grow quickly. So over here, even we're just, it's showing an estimate. We're going to get 3 to 16 leads a day. This is just an estimate, and we haven't even put in our audience yet. Now you'll want to set your start date. So typically I will just start these on the next day at midnight, but you put in, when you want your ads to start. You can schedule them out as far as you want. And then we're also going to scroll on down. Now this is where we're going to set up our audience, and we're going to set up where we want these ads to show up. So I like to switch to original audience options. You can do that. And this is where you would put in your interest whenever you're building out your audience. So you can set your location, your age range. You would set that here, just change that. If you have a specific genders that you want to try to target, you can edit that and select that there. And then this is our detailed targeting. So this is our demographics, interests, and behaviors. So let's say we want to reach people who are interested in social media. We could find that, and we could put in as many as we want. I like to just hit the suggestions button, so it'll tell you what is related to your things that you already selected. All right, so we'll put that in for now. I'm going to just scroll on down and show you the rest of this. Now we'll hit next. And now it's time to set up our ad. So with the ad, you're going to want to have your image. You're going to want to have your copy already ready. So I'm going to hit add media and add my image. And then you could upload your image here from your desktop. I'm just going to select one I already have. I'll keep this next. And then I always toggle this little optimizations on and then off. So it's going to turn everything off, because what happens was whenever you have these optimizations on, it does weird things in the news feed. They show up different ways. I just turn them off so that I have pure control over what my ads look like. I'm going to hit done. Okay, so next we want to put in our primary text. So I'm going to just paste that in there. Oh, right. So I just have some copy that I've copied from like a template. And we also want to have a headline. So let's get rid of this. Our headline, we want a short headline. Again, I'm just going to copy and paste that in, and you can see where it shows up. So this is what our ad would look like. And now we need to build out our lead form. So let's get rid of that suggestion, and then we can change our call to action, which can be sign up. I like to use learn more. And then here, this is where our instant form is. Now you can build out lead forms, the instant forms in the back end of your business manager, but we're going to build one here, and I'm going to walk you through the process. So we're going to hit create form, and our form name, I like to use my lead magnet name. So let's put lead magnet, free thing, whatever it's called. We want the form type to be more volume. And then our intro, you can actually upload an image here if you have a specific image that you want to use. Otherwise, it's going to show what your ad image is on the background. So it's really up to you. You don't have to stylize this too much. You can just kind of leave it kind of plain. Then for the headline and the description, I usually will actually remove this part. I want to remove any friction. I don't want them to have to read more. They've already read my ad and clicked on it. So I'm going to hit remove greeting. And then our next thing is our contact information. So that's going to be here under questions. So let's keep going down here. For custom questions, I don't like to add anything additional for a lead generation. We really just need their email address and their first name. So we will scroll on down here, and you can see they already have these plugged in, the email address and the full name. I want the first name only. So I'm going to click on that little trash can and delete the name, and we'll add first name from the user information category. There we go. Now let's just drag this up here, and we have the first name and email for them to fill out. As far as description, in this area, I want to put, please provide your best email address to get a copy of the, whatever your lead magnet is called. We'll just say the XYZ guide. All right, so we want to say, put in your best email address if you want this guide, because that's how they're going to get it, is we're going to send them through the email. All right, so we have that there. We're going to hit privacy. This is where you're going to add your link to your privacy policy. So make sure you have that on your website, and then you are going to link it here. So that's going to be really important, because you need to have that to abide by the meta terms. And then next we have our completion. So we now have a thank you thing. So once they fill out their name and their email address, it's going to say, thanks, you're all set. So this is where I like to change it up a little bit. I'm going to put a link into, you can do, follow me on Instagram. You could do, come join my Facebook group. Facebook groups are really great, because if they're on Facebook and they're filling this out, they can just go straight to the group. That's a great way to grow it. You could also, have a different call to action. Maybe you want to send them to your YouTube channel. Make sure it's a place that you hang out a lot, but use this space to, have them take a next step to build that relationship with you. So that's what I would put here. Be sure to join my free Facebook community. Obviously, I would do a little thought about what I wanted to put in here, but be sure to join my free Facebook community, where I give my best tips and tricks on Facebook and Instagram ads. So you're going to put whatever you're an expert in here. Okay, and then the call to action, we want a website in there, because we want to put a link in, and then you would actually change this to join the group, join the ads group. Okay, you could put a few emojis in there if you wanted it to look cool. And then we're going to put a link to our group. So just put that link right here. And then now, whenever they're finished, the call to action is going to be to take that next step. So join the Facebook ads group, follow me on Instagram, or, see all my videos on YouTube. So make sure you take advantage of this little extra space there, because a good percentage of people will actually take you up on this next step, and it's going to allow you to grow that secondary platform. So you're growing your email list with these lead forms, but now you can use this space that you're already paying for on this ad to grow that secondary thing. All right, now once we have this all set up, we're going to hit create form. And then we're going to have our form show up here. You're going to want to select the one that you want to use. And then once you have that all set up, you can hit publish, and your ads are going to, go through the process of getting approved and published. Now you do want to make sure that you have this connected to your email service provider, because you're going to want it to send the leads to that so that they get the thank you email from you, so that they get the lead magnet that you're promising them. This is going to be, a little extra step that you do have to do to connect that. You can connect that usually in the back end of your business manager. You can use a Zap. There are a couple different ways, and it's really just going to depend on your own platform. In the past, I've used these lead form ads for both myself and my clients, and in most cases, we're actually able to cut our cost per lead in half by just using this type of sign-up form. In fact, in one case study, we actually were getting as low as 40 cents, and this was in the creative business niche. So it's kind of an awesome way to see how low you can get your cost per leads while still getting quality leads. Now, while these lead forms, they're super awesome, they're a great way to start growing your list, there are a few little cons that I want you to watch out for. And number one is going to be incorrect contact information. A lot of people might allow Facebook or Instagram to autofill their email, and maybe they signed up for Facebook with a junk email, or maybe it's one they set up 15 or 20 years ago. Is Facebook 20 years old? Almost, I think. Maybe it's some really old email that they don't really check anymore. So this is one of the things that, could work against you. You might not be getting the most up-to-date contact information for that person. And honestly, I think some people fill out lead forms with junk emails anyhow, so it's not really that big of a deal, because they could go put in a junk email on your lead form on your website. So that's not really a big deal to me. You could also experience lower lead quality. It could be, that ease of just being able to pop in, push that button could lead to a little bit lower quality leads. We haven't really seen this because we were able to make up with the volume. So that hasn't really been an issue with any of the clients or myself as far as being able to get leads with this method. The last thing really is that you have to make sure that you integrate it with your email service provider, or download your leads so that you can deliver your opt-in and add them to your email welcome sequence. So that is just one extra little step that you would have to do there at the end. But pretty much every email service provider is going to integrate with Meta in some way. You could even, make a spreadsheet and then upload the spreadsheet manually. If you couldn't figure it out, it's not the worst case scenario. All right, so that's a wrap on today's journey through the wonders of the instant form Facebook ads. Less tech headaches, just pure growth. And remember, the power to simplify and grow the heck out of your email list is in your hands. If you enjoyed today's walkthrough of instant forms, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the strategies that can make your digital marketing journey smoother and more profitable. And then head over, check out my latest video that's going to walk you through the simple steps that you need to take if you want to create an email list that's going to pay you every single day.